Hey everyone, recapping my latest Shabbat meal prep while dealing with a flare-up to kind of show you how I do things. It's really easy for me and accessible. I'm making challah this week because I ran out of my stash, so I'm heating up some water, about a cup, pouring that in with a packet or two of yeast, some canola oil, some cane sugar, honey, and then 3 eggs, and I'll have exact measurements in the comments. After that, I am going to go ahead and give that a stir, and that'll be the only mixing that I'm doing for this entire meal prep. Equal parts bread flour and all-purpose flour, and then I'm going to add that into the stand mixer to do its thing, and it will be kneading for me instead of me, because I'm dealing with a lot of chronic muscle pain and not presently able to do a lot of lifting or kneading or pushing, etc., etc. Okay, so I'm going to keep mixing and adding a little bit of flour bit by bit until it pulls away from the sides of the bowl. And once it starts to look like this, you know that it is ready to go. Pull it away from the sides. Then I'm going to add oil so that it doesn't stick while it rises, and cover with a damp towel for an hour. Look at how beautiful that dough has turned out, and I didn't even have to knead it. I'm going to give it a couple of turns on this flour just to get it covered in a circle. Then I'm going to start working with it. I'm using a mat so that I don't even have to clean all of the flour sticking onto the counter, separate the challah, say the blessing, and then I am going to get started with kneading. Now, the beautiful thing about this dough is I don't have to roll it out. I just have to pull it. That's how soft and luxurious this dough is. I'm making 3-strand challah today instead of 4-strand circular, so I'm just going to make the traditional 3-strand, and then I'm going to loop mine around for 2 so that it also has that circular shape that I love so much when I make my challah. But this is going to make 3 challah loaves instead of the traditional 2 that are ginormous. I usually split them in half to use on Shabbat because they're so big. Get those rolled out. Just look how beautifully and easy that dough just works. Interesting fact is making challah and any kind of bread is extremely therapeutic for me, so this was very helpful. I'm going to brush it with some egg wash. Yes, I'm using a paper towel because I don't want to wash out a pastry brush right now. And then I'm going to get those in the oven and just watch how beautifully they rise. Absolutely stunning. You would never be able to tell that this was not hand kneaded, but super easy and accessible. I'm going to make a salad with this, a Cobb salad, so I'm going to be using boiled eggs, lettuce, fresh veggies, and a dairy-free ranch dressing. And that's going to go with my challah as the Shabbat meal. Plate that all up, and there you have it. My Shabbat meal during a flare-up.